Welcome to CougZone. I'm Ryan Wasson.
And I'm Sam Taylor.
Today we'll talk about an amazing weekend for WSU women's basketball, a sour stretch for our men's team, and the return of Cougar baseball.
The WSU women's basketball team had a rockin' weekend at Beasley for their final 2 home games of the regular season against the Arizona schools. Junior Johanna Tedder led the way for the Cougs, scoring 20-plus points in both games and shot a combined 64.4% from beyond the arc. She played all 40 minutes against ASU and 32 minutes against Arizona. Tedder accounted for 8 of the Cougs' 18 points in the first quarter alone against Arizona State. On Friday, the Cougs' lead got thinner and thinner down the stretch as the Sun Devils made it a 2-point game with 2.5 minutes to go. The Cougs kept a sense of urgency, scoring 9 points in the final 71 seconds to win 65-58. Crystal Ledger-Walker, the fifth-year senior, scored her 1,000th career point on Friday. Since transferring from Northern Colorado, she has scored over 400 of those points as a Coug and scored her final points at Beasley on Sunday by way of a free throw. Sunday was senior day as 3 Lady Cougs played their final game in Pullman. Crystal Ledger-Walker, Michaela Jones, and Sheer Levy were each honored. The Cougs again kept it close against the Wildcats, getting the ball to Bella Mercatete for their first points of the game. The Cougs entered the fourth quarter with the lead and did not let up, although it again got close down the stretch. With about 2 minutes to go, it was a 2-point game. Thankfully, Tedder and the Ledger-Walker sisters, Crystal and Charlize, drew a combined 4 fouls and made their free throws to put the Cougs in prime position for victory. Coach Cammie Etheridge sent senior Michaela Jones into the game one last time in Pullman. Charlize passed the ball to Jones right before the clock hit 0. With her parents in attendance, Jones held the ball as her teammates celebrated an improbable victory over a top 10 team. Next up, the Cougs close out the regular season in Northern California, facing the number 2 team in the nation and the top team in the Pac-12, Stanford, on Thursday, and the California Golden Bears on Saturday. The Pac-12 tournament starts March 2nd in Las Vegas, and the Lady Cougs are currently in prime position for a first-round bye. Go Cougs.
It was a rough stretch for men's basketball last week. The Cougs suffered a heartbreaking loss at Oregon last Monday before getting steamrolled by the UCLA Bruins last Thursday. The number 13 ranked Bruins kept their foot on the gas and never let up, leading the entire game. The Cougs were able to cut the deficit to 5 at one point, but a 16-2 run from Johnny Juzane and company kept the Cougars at bay, and the Cougs would go on to lose by 20. The Cougs haven't won at UCLA since 2009.
Brian Blair, Associate Athletic Director and Chief Operating Officer of WSU Athletics, has accepted a job as the Athletic Director at the University of Toledo, according to ESPN. Blair played an integral role in the hiring of football head coach Jake Diggard, men's basketball head coach Kyle Smith, tennis head coach Raquel Atuano, and baseball head coach Brian Green. Blair contributed a lot to the success of WSU Athletics and is known as a rising star in the world of college athletics at large. His hiring as Toledo's athletic director is certainly a loss for the Cougs.
Cougars baseball is officially underway, and this season began in the Aloha State, where the Cougs have won 2 of the last 3 in Hawaii. On Friday, after being down 3 early on, a 3-hit game from Kyle Russell, a 2-run homer from Bryce Matthews, and a go-ahead solo homer from Jake Meyer late in the game propelled the Cougs to their first victory of the season. On Saturday, pitching was the word of the day for the Cougs, as they rode the left hand of pitcher Cole McMillan, who posted an impressive 5 innings, surrendering only 1 run, as the Cougs went on to win 4-2. After a hot start, the Rainbow Warriors put an end to that Sunday night. While pitching was a mainstay the night before, it became a problem for them Sunday afternoon, as the Rainbow Warriors dismantled the Cougar starter McCabe Cottrell as he surrendered 4 runs on 7 hits. The Cougars offense couldn't keep up as they suffered their first loss of the year by a score of 6-3. The Cougs will look to win the series Monday night as they wrap up against Hawaii before going on to face the Sharks of Long Island University starting Thursday.
Major League Baseball owners and representatives of the Players Association remain locked in negotiations in New York. The lockout, which began on December 2nd, has delayed the start of spring training for all 30 teams' 40-man rosters. Minor league players are currently engaged in spring training, including the Mariners, minor league players in Arizona. The 2 sides will meet every day this week, and on Monday had a meeting that lasted 5 hours.
The two sides have agreed on a universal designated hitter, meaning the days of pitchers in the batting order in the National League are officially over. They also agreed to a draft lottery, similar to what the NBA has, meaning the draft order will not necessarily be determined by the number of losses a team has. Rather, the more losses a team has, the higher their chances are of receiving a higher draft pick. With meetings every day this week, this is the most urgent we've seen the owners and the players be.
What's up, Cougs? I'm Derek Joseph with your Cougar Outlook. The men's basketball team will be looking to bounce back after a tough stretch of games when they face the Washington Huskies for the first time this season, Wednesday night at 8 p.m. in Beasley Coliseum. The Apple Cup Series will continue this Saturday when the Cougs face the Huskies once again in Seattle at 3 p.m. before they close out the regular season in Oregon State at Monday at 8 p.m. And that won't be the only action happening in Western Washington, as the women's swim team will be competing for the Pac-12 championship in Federal Way Wednesday through Saturday. The WSU track and field team will be looking to make a statement as they compete in the Pac-12 Invitational all day Friday in Seattle. The WSU baseball team is going from their tropical getaway to sunny Arizona, where they will face off against the University of Long Island at the Peoria Sports Complex for a 4-game series. The series will start Thursday at 12 p.m. with 2 games on Friday, one at 4 and one at 1 p.m., and the closeout game on Saturday at 12 p.m. The women's golf team is also heading to Peoria, where they will tee off against the University of Wisconsin on Sunday and Monday. The WSU tennis team is flying out to New York, where they will attempt to snap their 4-match losing streak as they face off against Iowa State Saturday at 11 a.m. and the University of Columbia at 8 a.m. The women's basketball team is looking to end the season strong and possibly clinch a first-round bye in the Pac-12 tournament with their final road trip to California, where they will face Stanford Thursday at 8 p.m. and close out their season against Cal Saturday at 12 p.m. I'm Derek Joseph, sending it back to the desk with Ryan and Sam.
Thanks, Derek. That's it for this week's edition of CougZone. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Wazoo Sports Network and on Twitter at Wazoo Sports Net. And check out more Wazoo Sports Network content and more Cable 8 shows on the Cable 8 YouTube channel. For Wazoo Sports Network, I'm Sam Taylor.
And I'm Ryan Wasson, and we'll have more Coug Sports for you in the coming week.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Great job, Ryan.
Yeah.